go into the 4 stages of learning, and that's why you're going to understand why I'm suggesting you go for the easy cases first, or questions you're more familiar with. So when you're learning, you start here. You don't know something. So let's think about a car. When you're a kid, you don't know how to drive a car. You don't even know you need to drive a car when you're a baby, let's say. Well, as you become a teenager, you see everybody driving and you want to drive. So you realize, I don't know how to drive. So you're conscious, you have a conscious incompetence. You want to know how to drive a car, but you don't know how. So what you do is you learn. You take lessons and you become competent, a conscious competent. And this is like, if you remember your first months when driving a car, and you're like super focused on, shifting gears, making sure the accelerator, the brake, everything's going well, and the mirror is okay. You don't talk to your passengers much. You're like focused on the driving. You're conscious on the act of driving. But now, I'm sure you're already driving without like talking on the phone, talking to whoever you're driving on, not even listening to music. It's already unconscious for you. So this is how I would suggest you think about structuring. Remember, it's a tool. It's just something that you need to learn. So it will be helpful in many parts of your life, not only structuring cases. So here's where you're probably trying to get. You need to learn it, and you're trying to consciously learn it, be competent. The problem of stopping here on step 3, this one, is that it might distract you from solving the actual problem during a case interview. So a case interview it's a little bit stressful. You're being tested somehow. Not everybody feels 100% comfortable. So I see a lot of people getting stuck on like, is this the right structure? Am I structuring well? When I think where you should be is like, the structure should come naturally. You should really focus your mind on like, is this the right answer? Am I getting to the problem? Am I getting to a good answer, a good recommendation for this client? So you should aim at having structure as part of your tool skills, just like you drive today and you don't think about it. It just comes naturally to you. And the way to do it then, as I mentioned, is practicing problems that you're familiar with, so it gets easier. Well, once you feel you're like comfortable with structuring, then I suggest you go to the harder problems. Just few things not to forget. So again, don't get stuck looking for the right structure. Remember, the framework structure, they're just tools. Focus on solving the problem. Be an active listener. So your interviewer will always be giving you hints whether you're going to the right direction or whether you're focusing on the right points. Make sure you understand, as I mentioned, like what are the key points for that client. Is it profit? Is it return on investment? Is it something else? So that you solve your problem, think of maximizing those points. I think that I see a big difference between candidates. It's when I see the candidates really take the problem as if it was their own. So they put their heart in it. Think about if I'm an interviewer, I'm a partner at the firm, and I'm giving you a case that actually is a problem that I'm trying to solve, that I've been not sleeping for nights trying to solve for my client. I want to see you have a similar kind of appreciation that I do. I'm not sleeping many nights. And it will help you actually to solve it if you really think, what would I do in that situation, even if you're not familiar with the industry. So you use common sense. I mean, it's not every problem, different industries, perhaps different terminology, but they all have a similar logic, and just use your common sense and you'll be okay. And don't forget to synthesize. So after you finish answering your questions, then go back to the main question say, okay, therefore the recommendation is. And most of all, have fun. If you're not having fun practicing cases and during the interview process, maybe reevaluate whether this is the right path for you. You should have fun.